Tonight we investigate a frozen moment in time where two titans locked horns in a fatal embrace. 67 million years ago, a tragedy unfolded on the lands of Montana. A violent confrontation forever preserved within the deep earth. There were no witnesses to this event. No testimony was ever recorded. Only two skeletons remain to tell the bloody tale. This is the oldest crime scene on the planet. Two massive bodies locked together in death, waiting for us to solve it. Tonight, we use forensic science to decode the violence. We are here to finally solve the mystery of the DUEL. Buried side by side, these creatures did not die peacefully. They died fighting, and the evidence is etched into their bones. In 2006, deep in the Badlands of Hell Creek, Montana, excavators uncovered something that defied all statistical probability. A Triceratops horridus and a young Tyrannosaur were found buried together.
Not just nearby, but literally on top of each other. Their skeletons were fully articulated. Every bone was in place, suggesting that time stopped the very moment these two creatures fell. But this is not just a rare discovery. It is a prehistoric crime scene. We have two bodies, a victim and a killer. The big question remains, did they actually duel to the death? Or is their proximity just a tragic geological coincidence? To find the answer, we must travel back 67 million years, back to a world dominated by raw power and survival instincts. The Triceratops was a walking tank. 3 horns, a massive frill, and a beak capable of snapping thick branches like twigs. But even a tank has predators. The Tyrannosaur lurking in these woods was fast, agile, and armed with bone-crushing jaws. Modern technology allows us to see inside the stone. We can now analyze fractures and bite marks hidden from the naked eye. The evidence of violence is overwhelming.
We are looking for signs of a struggle that happened seconds before they both died. Let us examine the herbivore first. The Triceratops displays a horrific injury on its neck, a clear sign of predator aggression. The shape of the wound matches the serrated teeth of a Tyrannosaur. This was not a scavenger feeding. This was an attack. The bite force required to inflict this damage is immense. The attacker aimed for the neck to sever the spinal cord quickly. We also see broken ribs that never healed. This tells us the injuries occurred at the exact time of the animal's death. This evidence suggests the Triceratops was ambushed. The predator likely struck from the side or above, trying to topple the giant. But the Tyrannosaur did not walk away unscathed. In fact, the evidence suggests it made a fatal mistake during the hunt. Hidden within the matrix of the predator skeleton, we find clues of a devastating counterattack from the desperate herbivore. The Triceratops horn likely pierced the hip. This blow would have caused massive internal bleeding and crippled the predator instantly. We also found broken teeth scattered at the scene. These teeth were snapped off at the root during a violent thrashing. This confirms a prolonged physical struggle. The Triceratops was not dead when the T-Rex bit down. It was fighting back. Neck bites, broken ribs, a punctured hip, and shattered teeth. This was a brawl where neither combatant was willing to retreat. The position of the bodies is the final clue. They are entangled, almost hugging, suggesting they went down together in that moment. This was not a scavenger finding a carcass. This was a mutual kill, frozen instantly by a rapid burial event. Analysis of the bone structure reveals the Tyrannosaur was young, perhaps inexperienced, or perhaps desperate for a meal that was too big. An adult T-Rex might have crushed the Triceratops easily, but this younger predator took a risk that ultimately cost its life. The Triceratops is often seen as prey, but fossils like this prove they were formidable warriors, capable of killing apex predators. There is also trauma to the predator's skull. It seems the hunter became the hunted in the chaotic final seconds. The sedimentology tells us about the burial. It was rapid, likely a slurry of sand and mud caused by heavy rains. A flash flood or a collapsing riverbank likely entombed them while they were still breathing, locking them in this eternal pose. Whatever happened, the geological conditions were perfect. They preserved skin impressions, tendons, and the story of their final battle. We can even see the texture of their skin. It brings these monsters to life in a way that bones alone cannot. Look at the claws. They are clenched. This tells us the muscles were tense, filled with adrenaline until the very end. The pain from the hip injury would have been blinding. The predator was likely immobilized, unable to escape the incoming landslide. The Triceratops was losing blood fast from the neck wound. Shock was setting in. It was a race against time for both. In the end, gravity and blood loss won. The two enemies collapsed side by side as the earth moved to cover them. The forensic analysis is conclusive. This was not a scavenging event. This was a direct, fatal interaction between two specific individuals. Such a find is 1 in a billion. It validates our understanding of predator-prey dynamics in the late Cretaceous period. Hell Creek was a dangerous place, but this duel stands out as the most dramatic evidence of life and death ever found. The young Tyrannosaur was an apex killer in training, but on this day, it met a challenge it was not ready for. And the Triceratops proved that herbivores are not just food. They are dangerous opponents that will defend their lives with lethal force. While the physical evidence is clear, the exact narrative is still debated. Scientists have proposed two main scenarios for this event. Scenario 1 is the mutual destruction theory, a territorial dispute where both animals charged, inflicted fatal wounds, and died simultaneously. Scenario 2 is the ambush gone wrong. The Tyrannosaur hunted a weakened Triceratops, but underestimated its prey's remaining strength and fighting spirit. Paleontologists argue over the details. Was the Triceratops already sick? Was the Tyrannosaur desperate? The rocks can't tell us everything. Some experts suggest the skull damage on the T-Rex happened post-mortem, caused by the weight of the sediment, not the fight. Millions of years of geological pressure can distort bones. Separating battle damage from geological damage is the hardest part of the job. However, the bite on the Triceratops' neck is clean and precise. Nature does not create such specific patterns by accident. There is also the debate about the predator's identity. Is it a juvenile T-Rex or a separate species called Nanotyrannus? For this investigation, we treat it as a young T-Rex. But regardless of the name, it was a dangerous meat-eater. The most compelling fact is their intimacy in death. They are forever linked, defining each other's final moments on Earth. We have the bodies, we have the weapons, we have the scene. Now, it is time to reconstruct the final battle. The air is thick and humid. A storm is brewing over the floodplain. A lone Triceratops feeds near the edge of the forest. It is an old male, scarred from previous battles. He is separated from his herd, making him a prime target for predators. Watching him is a shadow in the trees. A young Tyrannosaur, hungry and overconfident, calculates the distance for a strike. The predator steps out. It is not fully grown, but it is fast. It decides to take the risk. The hunt begins. The Triceratops spots the movement. Instinct takes over. It turns to face the threat, transforming from a grazer into a fortress. With a terrifying roar, the Tyrannosaur charges. It relies on speed and shock to overwhelm the herbivore before it can react. It dodges the deadly horns and lands a bite on the shoulder. Teeth sink deep into muscle, but the thick hide protects the bone. The herbivore bellows in pain. It thrashes wildly, using its immense weight to throw the attacker off balance. The Tyrannosaur backs off, circling. It sees an opening. The neck, the most vulnerable spot on the armored giant. The storm intensifies, visibility drops, the mud becomes slippery. The chaotic elements add to the desperation of the fight. It strikes again. This time, the jaws clamp onto the neck frill. Thousands of pounds of pressure crush down on the bone. The Triceratops is in trouble. Its head is dragged down. If it falls now, the fight is over. It needs a miracle. But adrenaline surges. The herbivore summons its last reserves of strength and drives forward, straight into the predator's body. Impact! The horn pierces deep into the Tyrannosaur's hip. The hunter screams as its own momentum works against it. They are locked together now. The T-Rex cannot let go. The Triceratops cannot pull back. They are trapped in a death spiral. The predator's leg gives out. It collapses, dragging the Triceratops down with it. They hit the ground with a bone-shaking thud. Lying in the mud, broken and bleeding, the fight leaves them. They are exhausted, their energy spent on mutual destruction. But nature has one final blow to deliver. The heavy rains have destabilized the slope above them.
This remarkable
The earth
specimen,
begins to move.
lovingly referred to
A wall
as
of mud
the terror
crashes
of the
down.
Badlands, is one of
In
the
seconds,
crown jewels
the
of our
combatants
collection.
are buried. Their war is ended not by victory, but by geology. Darkness follows. For 67 million years, they lay there, encased in stone, waiting for the world to change.
Welcome back to the studio. Today, we're diving into the latest trends in sustainable design.
Is closed. This fossil is more than just bones. It is a testament to the brutality and the raw beauty of the prehistoric world. Every encounter in the Cretaceous could be a final battle, and thanks to this discovery, we know exactly how this one ended. Two enemies, bound together for eternity. A young king who died too soon, and a warrior who refused to surrender. We have analyzed the wounds, reconstructed the fight, and honored their story. But the paleophiles have many more secrets. What do you think? Was it a fair fight or a tragic accident? Share your theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this investigation, make sure to like and subscribe to Primeval Scope. Don't miss our next deep dive. Next time, we examine a tail with a wound too large for any known predator. Who was the phantom killer? We will hunt for the heavyweight assassin of the South, a predator that makes the T-Rex look like a beginner. Thank you for watching Primeval Scope. Keep exploring the past, because the truth is always buried just beneath our feet. This episode was brought to you by our dedicated team of researchers and digital artists. We bring the fossils to life. Creating these reconstructions takes hundreds of hours of modeling and animation. Your support makes this high-quality content possible. Remember, every fossil is a time machine. It takes us to a world that is alien, yet strangely familiar. As the storm clears over the Cretaceous plains, silence returns. But the story of life continues, evolving and adapting. From death comes life. The nutrients from the fallen titans will feed the soil, giving rise to new generations. In the shadows of giants, small mammals watch and wait. Their time is coming. But that is a story for another day. We leave the dueling dinosaurs to their eternal rest. They have shared their secrets with us, and now they sleep. The tools of science are simple, but they unlock complex truths. Join us as we continue to dig deeper. Check out these other videos to learn more about the monsters of the past. Click on the left for Spinosaurus,
Or click on the right to discover the truth about velociraptors. Were they pack hunters? The answer might surprise you. Primeval Scope is your window into the prehistoric world. We bring the museums to your screen, wherever you are. Music is a bridge to emotion. Our soundtrack is composed to transport you back in time. Enjoy the final notes. The bones are cold, but the stories are hot. We will keep the flame of discovery burning. Goodbye for now. A special thanks to our Patreon supporters. You are the backbone of this channel. We could not do this without you. Follow us on social media for daily fossil facts and behind-the-scenes updates. The link is in the description. Art and science go hand in hand.
This sketch captures the spirit of the duel, a timeless battle of nature. One last reminder, hit that subscribe button. Join the Primeval Scope family. We are just getting started. The Badlands of Montana hold many more secrets. We will return there soon to uncover what else lies hidden. It takes patience to find the truth, but the reward is worth it. Understanding our past is understanding ourselves. A single tooth can tell a story. A single bone can build a monster. Stay curious. Stay fascinated.